Further debate, the member from Stormont, Dundas, South Glengarry.
Thank you, Speaker, and I'm pleased to rise to speak to ballot item 45, the moratorium on the installation of industrial turbines to unwilling communities. Because we are, in my riding, an unwilling community, and we're dealing with this mess that this government has created, with the help of the third party, the NDP, who of course have supported this Green Energy Act right through. And the really disappointing part is you could shut down all the solar and wind power that this government has overpaid for years, and we'd still have a surplus. Partly because they've shut down so much of manufacturing. We're not using as much power as we did in 2003, and that's a clear fact. I mean, you can't argue that. That's the way it is today. But you look at this plan. I mean, they jump all over closing the coal plants. Well, if you go back when the last time a PC party's played, they put a plan in to get rid of the coal plants by 2014. And of course, the government, the Liberal Party, at the time say that's not good enough, wouldn't make it by 2007. Well, they didn't make it. Then the next election would be 2011. Well, they didn't make it. And when did they make it? They didn't even make the original time period that the Mike Harris government had committed to. Because the reason why they didn't just throw out a date, because it wasn't reasonable to go to that date. And even with as much as they spent, they couldn't make it either. But they're willing to string the people along, thinking they can do so much better. And we look at, I don't want to repeat what one of the leaders of the Conservative Party called that group in Ottawa that day, the ministers with the federal government, in there making deals when nobody else in the world is moving ahead on it. I mean, we support climate change, but we have to be part of a plan that the world is endorsing and we can move on. We'll be bankrupt before we can utilize the technology that the world is coming ahead on. We've already wasted billions on power plants that we decided to move. We have another lawsuits because of turbines they turned down because they were Liberal-friendly ridings. We have transmission lines that are going across the country, tied into the ground, generating hundreds of millions of dollars in interest. I mean, the whole file is strictly a mess. You're destroying our economy, and we'll have nothing less to really fight climate change. In our last round, when in my riding, you gave one of the largest or the largest wind turbine contract out in North Stormont. I mean, to a group of people that decided to turn down what many people would call a bribe to the community, almost $500,000 a year for the length of that project, if the council would pass a resolution. I mean, in most cases, if a contractor is willing to pay that kind of money to a council to make a decision, I would think somebody should be in the courts for a conflict of interest, but not under this Green Energy Act. That's allowed. So I think we have to look at where we're going here. We got very expensive power that still in 2015 was double what they're paying in Quebec at the same time. But I understand that the people that responded to those tenders did not have to give the governing party $1.3 million at the time. I mean, you look at what's going on with this party and this government, and every time you turn around, there's just another abuse of the taxpayer, and we're not getting the benefit. We paid. He was quick to talk about how we bought into this green energy, but we paid the highest prices in the world, double what Germany was paying. And for what reason? I mean, the floor had been established at 40 cents. Why are we paying 80? But we're seeing the damage that's caused our economy, and I think that, as a lot of people have rightly said, we'll be broke well before the rest of the world comes onto stream with these plans. Anyway, I know that I have other people in the party that want to speak. The file is a mess. Thank you.
Further debate. I recognize the member from Bruce Grey, Owen Sound.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.